If you want to see what makeup I picked up at the VIB Rouge sale, then stick around. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content on this channel in general, please consider subscribing. That would be lovely. All right, this is part 2 of my 2-part series on the VIB Rouge sale and what I did pick up. So this is in effect an unboxing. I have everything pretty much right next to me or behind me, hidden a little bit away. And I just want to go through everything I got makeup-wise. I actually didn't get that much. I ended up with a lot in my cart, and I ended up removing a lot in my cart because I do have a lot of makeup, and more of what I needed was skincare. And so if you want to see the skincare that I got, I highly recommend part 1, and I will link it up right in the cards for you. So let's go from the small stuff to the bigger stuff and see what I got. But first, a sip of coffee. We have to get hydrated for this, right? And this is just a little something that I got. I mostly wanted, this is terrible. I have very few nail polishes. If you want to see a nail polish collection, let me know. It is dismal, but if you want to see it, I will show you. I have very few nail polishes, and Sephora released a bunch of nail polishes, and I took the opportunity to get nail polishes and to get one of the Beauty Insider offers, and this is the Smashbox Man-Eater Red. I'm going to put one aside so I know which one I opened, but here's the color. I think I don't know if I did a good job. There we go. It's a metallic red. It's gorgeous. And it's not the same metallic red as what is in the Sephora favorite set this year. And I thought it was. And last minute I realized it's not. So here's what this one looks like. Ironically swatched right next to a green lipstick from my last video, the part 1 video. Go figure. So this is what it looks like. Now, of course, it hasn't dried down yet, but the Always On formula from Smashbox, as you can tell by the fact that I have a bunch here, is my favorite. And I don't keep very many lipsticks quite at the ready, so close, especially on the eyeshadow shelf, but those, they merit being where they are. This is my Christmas lipstick. No question, it is my Christmas lipstick. So I'm going to put this one right back here right now, and so I put the other one in my backup stash. Now there's more stuff in here. So I'm wearing a really dark red one right now, but I wanted to get colors of nail polishes that were good for the festive season, and I don't have a red. So I went and got the Sephora L119, whatever. It doesn't have a red color, a red name for the red. It doesn't have a color for the red nail polish, that's what I was trying to say, but it's a very Christmassy red. And I also got a glitter, and I thought that this really chunky glitter, I could do red nail polish or dark nail polish and then put this on the ring finger on each finger, and it could look very festive. So I'm going to see how these work. I don't often wear glittery nail polish like this, but I thought it's the right time of year. Although they are really tiny. So if you don't wear a ton of nail polish or tend to like to use different colors, these tiny sizes are pretty good though. They're $6 Canadian before any sort of discount, and I think that's an okay price. I'm okay with it. And I think the package, oh yeah, so they look like a little egg, but the cap actually comes off so that you can see the actual nail polish bottle. But I think aesthetically, they're very cute. The packaging makes me think of is it EOS? That lip balm brand that was so popular for everybody. It just seems like something that you could leave out on the counter and it would look cute, you know? And then I got 2 of the same color, although I thought it was a lot grayer than it is, but I'm not mad at it. I actually got, 2 of them, same thing. So same as the lipstick, I'm going to have to put one aside so that I don't accidentally use 2 of the same. And I bought this for the name. I won't lie. I used to have a motorcycle. I had a motorcycle for 10 years. And this one is called Biker's Trip. How could I not buy Biker's Trip? So this is what the color looks like here. So it's like a gray, almost like gray, but with a hint of navy blue in it. And I think the color is awesome. So I'm really happy to have it, and it's not a whole lot. I'm really pleased with it. Sorry, the red is called Save the Date. Save the Date. And the gold is called Gold Fever. I don't know why I didn't think of looking underneath. Duh. Anyway, so Biker's Trip. And I just want to see what the brush oh yeah, this is a good size brush applicator. I'm happy with that. Okay, that's good. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the size. I'm okay with the colors. I'm okay with what I've got for this festive season. I'm going to take care of the more boring stuff first. The next thing I have is a Sephora Pro Expert Blending Sponge. So it's a sponge applicator, and then, but what I really bought this for was for the case that it comes in. You just open this up. Okay, lost the sponge. All right. So it's a multi-sided sponge with a rounded bottom. Now, I heard some okay and then some not so okay reviews on the sponge, and part of it was the size, part of it was its density even once it's been wetted. And I thought, you know, even if this sponge ends up being a dud, this is really what I want. I want to be able to put any of the sponges I'm using, want to be able to travel with them and then have a hard case to put them in so that I'm not worried about them wetting anything else or not drying properly. So I'm going to promptly put this sponge in its case and try it out sooner than later. Really happy about this. Next up, the Bite Beauty pencils were on for half price, and it is the 054. I only bought one because I have a lot of red pencils, but I wanted a blue, a navy blue pencil, because I have 3 or 4 dark blue lipsticks, and even though they are liquid lipsticks, sometimes it's hard to get the line exactly the way you want it, even with liquid lipsticks. And so I thought that I could line with a very dark blue liner and then apply my liquid lipstick. So that is why I bought this pencil. It is not a pencil color that is very common in higher end pencils, and I know I'm going to make very good use of it. And Bite pencils, I only have one so far, but they have a very good reputation, and so I felt very comfortable paying $10 Canadian for a full-size Bite pencil. Next up, I bought another one of the Kat Von D lightning liners. I have tried Hide. I have been very impressed. I have 3 other colors beyond Hide. And now this one is Ludwig, and it's a copper. It really is true to the color on the tube. So it's a liner, but it's a very metallicized liner, and it makes me think of the shake metal pens that we can make signage with when they're really powerful smelling liners that are metallicized to make signs. It feels like a similar technology, but of course eye safe. And when you're ready to use it, you have to take this thing off and then click the pen down in order for it to work. And I actually didn't understand that when I first used Hide, but now that I understand how these work, I think they're great. And they're 1.3 mil, but they've been discontinued. And so this was out of the clearance section, and I paid $15 before the Sephora Rouge 20% discount. So I was on the fence in buying this one. Like I said, purchased 4 other colors, but rust color is one of the colors that really brings out my green eyes, and I thought, why am I not getting this? So I did. I mean, part of it is the whole Kat Von D controversy, but I'm thinking, these are discontinued, they're going out, they're on super special, what's my problem? So I just got it. Yeah, too much information, I know, but anyway, moving on. I also got a Too Faced Melted Latex. This is a liquefied high shine lipstick. And they are very sticky. I have the shade Peekaboo. And I vowed, you know, if they go on sale, and it sounds like they might even be discontinued because there are only 4 colors that I saw on Sephora, the Sephora site. If they're getting discontinued or they become a really good deal, I will consider getting more. And this is in Hopeless Romantic. And it is a more neutral warm compared to Peekaboo, which is a neutral cool. And I think it's going to be a very flattering color. Let me just swatch it. They don't dry down. They stay very shiny. But unlike a gloss or a lip balm or a slippery lipstick, they don't move around, which I really appreciate. So this is what this looks like. By the way, speaking of not moving around and stuff, I am wearing the new Hi-Fi lip glosses from Urban Decay. I have Back Talk right now on. I think it's very flattering and it doesn't seem to pool in the corners of my mouth like so many other lipsticks do, and I'm very grateful for that, and I am really enjoying wearing those lip glosses. Really neat. Anyway, this is the Too Faced Melted Latex in Hopeless Romantic. I have way more lipstick coming, so hang on, but I would like to talk to you about Hourglass first. So I have a few things from Hourglass. I have a lippy, and then I have the ambient lighting powder palette that is obviously I used because it's dirty. Something on it. Okay, so if you're not familiar, although it's all over YouTube, this is what the ambient lighting powder looks like. And there's that volume 4 edition that is available for, I think, $95. I don't have a need for it because I have this. I have a bronzer, a mini bronzer, and I now have, this is what I picked up, this latest one, I picked up a blush. It is Mood Exposure is the name of this blush, but it looks like a bronzer. I actually had to double check, but yes, it is a blush. And it is kind of on the plummy side, but it's very pretty. And minis are super expensive. They are not a good deal. But if you are unlikely to go through a full-size blush, then they are a good deal because you don't pay for product you're never going to use. So it's very subtle. I hope you can see it right here. I'm happy with it. I think it's pretty. And I'm looking forward to using this blush, the bronzer I have, and the ambient lighting palette, and comparing it to the Be the Light or Be a Light from Becca that I also have. And I purchased that one because it was on super sale, yes. But the second purpose, well, no, the primary purpose was that I wanted to do a little bit of a battle between the Becca and the Hourglass palettes. Equivalent colors. And when the Becca came on sale, I was like, yes, I am definitely going to do that. So this is what completes what I need in order to be able to do that. Super excited. And I picked up something else from Hourglass. And by the way, if you want to see that battle sooner than later, just leave me some comments down below to let me know, and I will do it sooner than later. It's just in my list of activities for, either 2018 or into 2019. This next purchase, I encouraged a friend to get it. She tried it. This was back in April at the, it wasn't appreciation sale, it's the spring sale, the usual April spring sale. And I had a friend come with me to share in the discount. I think it was 15% discount. And she went in and got some products applied to her face, and one of the products that I suggested to her just based on what I had understood online was the Hourglass Veil, and she had it applied in store while I was there and was really interested. Now, she was looking for a powder, a translucent setting powder, and so from that moment on, I thought, why are you not trying this? You like the ambient lighting palette. You know Hourglass is very good quality. And why are you not trying the veil powder for yourself? So I bit the bullet. I was going to go for a mini. They were always sold out. And I said, you know, Hélène, you're going to like this powder. So just do it. And I really do love what they have done with the full size. The mini does not have this kind of gold insert, but that's so Hourglass. I mean, their packaging is just luxe, and I do appreciate it. It's not a whole lot of powder. This is 10.5 grams, but if you're like me, translucent powder takes forever to finish, and I'm just really looking forward to trying this. So if you are curious about it, you want me to try it sooner than later, please let me know again in the comments down below. But this was $55 before discount, and again, I hemmed and hawed, and I really don't know why. I mean, for this to be a serious wish list item since April, really? And we are now in November. Yeah, I think if it stays a strong wish for over 6 months, Hélène, just get the darn thing. So I did. And I think I did it at the best time of year, so I'm pretty happy. Another product that I hemmed and hawed about, and in all fairness, is it a product or is it a brand? I would say it's a brand. I did an unboxing of a Pat McGrath set, the gold set, Metamorphosis set maybe. I will link put a card up to a link of that video. It was lackluster, but I do think, just based on reviews, that Pat McGrath has good products. But so far, up to now, I have been reluctant to invest in anything else. Not invest, it's not an investment, to buy anything else from her until this palette. It's a palette, a 6-pan palette that is a limited edition palette. And it is this bad boy, and it is called the Mothership Sublime Bronze Temptation eyeshadow palette. And I got it because it was the right colors for me, and it was going to be a good supplement to the gold pigments and shadows that I have right now from that other video. So I will show you what it looks like. It is cardboard packaging. I mean, I do love the design on the cardboard, and it has the usual Pat McGrath seal, which reminds me of an envelope. Kind of neat. Envelope folder, office stuff. And it does fold open. Now it folds open and is intended to only lean back quite just by a little bit more than this, so that you can actually apparently do your makeup. I find this annoying. I won't lie. I don't think it's well done. And if you pull too far, I can already see that the cardboard would give. So I'm not crazy about this packaging, I will say, other than the graphic design of it on the outside. It does have a big mirror, and it has 6 shades. I will get the plastic off, but the shades are Celestial, Burning Desire, Supernova, Dark Paradise, Corruption, and Provocatrix. And I don't know how to get this plastic off. There we go. I really hate the fact that there are no names under the shadows for $70. Pat McGrath, you can do better. The reason I got mad at the last Pat McGrath product was because the packaging was dinky. And so the product inside might have been good, but the packaging sucked. This is better, but it's not there yet. Okay, moving on. Let's take a look at the shadows. So we have 4 that are of a either shimmery, glittery finish, and then 2 mattes. And I really want the Pat McGrath product for the shimmery or glittery finishes. And let's take a look at what these look like. Oh yes, I remember exactly why I wanted this one. This one has a red to bronze shift, like a cranberry to bronze shift. It almost looks like a flame. And we have, this one doesn't seem to have quite as much, if any, shift. Okay, let's keep taking a look. A little bit, not that much. And then this one, okay, this one again, a gold to rose shift. Okay. So we have two that are shimmers. Again, let's take a look at the freaking plastic. Pardon me, but it pisses me off. Okay, so Celestial and Supernova. These guys, Celestial and Supernova, are shimmers. So you can see Celestial, hopefully you can see it right here, up here. Celestial right here, and Supernova right there. Well, it looks like it has a bit of a shift, kind of like to dark. No, I'm not going to give it that. It does not have enough to be a shift. They look maybe a brown to green, but it is nothing compared to Lounge if it's intended to have a shift. So let's just call it a shimmer. Okay, so we have Celestial and Supernova shimmers. And then we have, what did I miss here? Oh yeah, I did not swatch the mattes. And then we have, again with the plastic, we have Corruption and Provocatrix. This one is Corruption, and that's the one that I find looks kind of like a flame. Very interesting shift from cranberry to bronze. And this is Provocatrix down here. And that one has as well an interesting shift. I don't know if I have a description. Yeah, it is kind of gold to rose gold, or a rosy peach, but they're definitely interesting colors. And then finally, let's take a look at the mattes. I really wanted to, like, I bought the palette, like I said, not for the mattes, but for the other ones, but apparently the mattes are pretty creamy. So let's just see what those are like. Kind of chalky on the lighter one. But, you know, a swatch is not always a good idea in determining how something's going to look on the eye. So I will give the mattes the benefit of the doubt here. Well, I do like the chocolatey one, the deeper chocolate one. Okay, one is more of a camel color, the other one's more of a chocolate color. So let's get the names right. So we have Burning Desire and Dark Paradise. Burning Desire and Dark Paradise. So I can see how these colors are going to work well together. And I do think that a number of these will go well with, especially the mattes for sure, but for some interesting effects I can use the gold and the shifting gold, yellow to bronze and then gold to rose gold colors with the gold that I already have from Pat McGrath. So I'm willing to give this brand another look. That is what I'm doing right now. This is the palette, the 6-pan palette that was more interesting to me. I wanted to try that palette before I went and dropped 170 Canadian on a palette after my experience with her first pack that I got, because the price was horrendous and I was insulted actually by what the contents was. You don't really pay for gold sequins, you pay for the product, and it was all packaging and no punch. So I'm hoping that the gold looks amazing and that these colors look amazing as well. So I look forward to reporting back, and probably will do a brand new focus on Pat McGrath so that I can really get my attitude in check, really try the product for what the product can do, and then go from there. All right, moving on. I promised more lipstick items, and I will be delivering. So this is a Favorites, Give Me Some More Nude. This is one that I was interested in. It was $34 Canadian and it went on for $23, and that's when I decided to pull the trigger. And the reason I hadn't pulled the trigger before was that one of the 5 in here was a shade or a lipstick that I already had, but it's also one of my favorite lipsticks that I already had. It's the Buxom Dolly. I love the Buxom Dolly. I appreciate every Buxom lip product. Let me just say that, okay? I like it. I like them all. Well, all the ones that I have purchased. I'm sure there's some Buxom lip products that I wouldn't like, but as far as my whole experience pretty much with Buxom has been fantastic. There's one full disclosure here. There's one sample of the, starts with a V. I'll put a picture of it right here. There's one I know that I don't like, but I never purchased it. It was just a 1 or 2 use sample, vinyl, lip vinyl, something like that. That's the only thing ever from Buxom I didn't like, but I don't own it, so I don't feel like I've wasted my money in any shape or form. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's move on. There are 5 products in here, and there's one full size, and the full size, actually no, I'm lying. There are 2 full size. There's a full size Stila and a full size Huda Beauty. And this was $23. That is amazing. Okay, cool. All right, let's take a look at what's inside. Okay, I mentioned the Buxom Dolly. So this is it right here. And I'm going to put it in my extras. Put it aside right now so I don't touch it. I have just now reached back into my dolly. You can see that I have used quite a bit of it already. And I'm going to give you a swatch of that one because that way I'm not using a brand new one. And they have a minty feel to them. They're really, really nice. They're really, really nice. This is Dolly right here. Isn't it pretty? All right. The next one is a Tarte Mini that is called Beach Babe. And this is such cute packaging. I used up Rum Punch and it was in a rolling project pan. I think it was in the roulette pan collab. I'll put a link to that video where I introduced it, or the best video I think for this lipstick. I'll put a link up above. And it was a little bit darker than this. This is very nude, very neutral. And I know I'm going to like this one too. I really like the formula of these. What are they called? Color Splash. And so this is my second mini. There's not much in it. And I got it from another favorites box, I'm pretty sure. But this is the color right here. This one right here. It's a very nice, very nude. Yeah, I like it. And it pulls more to the peach. It's a beautiful color. Next up, I have an Artist Liquid Matte from Makeup Forever, and it is the 105. Makeup Forever doesn't tend to have names, they just have numbers, letters and numbers for their colors. This is what it looks like. The Beach Babe is 0.15 ounces, and this one is 1.4 mil or 0.04 ounces, fluid ounces. Okay, oh, that's a lot, Hélène. Okay. I've never tried the Makeup Forever lip formula. Oh, it feels really good. This is way more mauve-y, but I like the color on it. This one might end up one of my favorites. It makes me think of, it's either an Estée Lauder. It was a really heavy lipstick with a similar kind of one. Gosh, it looks like the same color. I wish I remembered the name of that lipstick. It was an older lipstick, but oh, I think I'm gonna love this because that was one of my favorite colors ever. And this color looks very, very similar. This could be a new favorite. Next up, we have a Huda Beauty Liquid Matte, and it is in Trend Setter, 0.17 fluid ounces or 5 mils, so full size. Here's what it looks like. And let's take a look. I didn't really show you the applicators of this. Is a very big applicator. Looks like it anyway. I didn't really show you the applicators on all those. Sorry about that. Oh, it goes on really liquidy. Wow. But it's supposed to be a dry down. It's a liquid matte. So I'll show you while it's very wet. And I'll show you once it's dried down. So let's go right to the next one, which is the Stila. And the Stila is a Stay All Day liquid lipstick in Caramello. Caramello, very nice name. And this color is really kind of a dusty, Dusty Rose pulling to, yeah, Dusty Rose pulling to a little bit peach. Very cream, like a cream base, opaque cream base. So here is the Stila down here. And let's go back to, it's still very wet, that Huda. Looks like they just take some time to dry down. The last item in this part 2 of the Sephora haul is the big guy. And it is the Sephora Favorites. And this to me was my most important recommendation out of the holiday kit sets. And so not only do you get to try 14 different lipsticks, but there are 5 full size in here. So we don't necessarily want a ton from every different company, but it is nice to try lipsticks from as many companies as possible. And when I looked at this set, I had none of these colors from any of the brands. And it gave me a chance to try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 formulas. But I have none of these colors. So 8 new formulas and all new shades from lipstick, various lipstick manufacturers. I'm really happy about that. And if you take a look at this box, because I took off the sleeve, this box is reusable. So just like in the last video, there was a beautiful Carnival Sol de Janeiro box, gift box. This one is also quite beautiful. It just says the Sephora Favorites up on top, but the rest of the box does not seem to have any writing on it whatsoever, so that's great. This is what it looks like inside with a nice little message from Sephora. That's kind of cute. Okay, I've put them all in the order that they appeared on the sleeve on the front of the box, and I'm going to swatch them in that order. And if there is one that I'm swatching that is a full size in here, I will let you know. I misspoke earlier. It was true when I ordered, but it's not true now. There is one item, which is the Do Me Baby Velvet Matte Lip Pencil from NARS. I have since received this one. It was one of the buy $25, get a lip product offer from Sephora. So I'm going to put this one aside as well as a second, and I will swatch the one I already have that is virtually brand new. All right, let's do some swatching here. First off is the Huda Beauty Lip Strobe. Looks like this. Let's swatch it. I'm going to swatch it with my lousy swatching hand because I'm out of room on the other hand. Oh, I love the iridescence on here. Strobe is the right name for it. And this is a lip strobe. I don't know if it's supposed to dry down. I'm going to do a whole row and then show you. This next one is the Hi-Fi Shine Ultra Cushion Lip Gloss from Urban Decay in Naked. I am wearing a Hi-Fi lip gloss right now on my lips. I really, really love these lip glosses. They are minty. Very reminiscent to me of the Buxom lip gloss, and they're very, very sheer. So if you want a very opaque gloss, you will probably be disappointed with the Urban Decay formula. Oh, I can even feel the coolness on my hand from that lip gloss. The third one is the Tarte H2O gloss. There's quite a few glosses in this one this year. Okay, I did a really lousy job of this one. And this one I heard good things from LS is the number 40 cream lip stain in, does it say? I don't see what the color is, but okay applicator on this one as well. It seems to be more of a neutral color, but she went and wanted to buy it right away after seeing it. Oh, that reminds me of a color in the other kit. It looks a little bit like the Stila from the other kit that we just went over. Okay, and I'm going to try the Melted Matte in Queen, oh no, I won't try this one. I have this color in Queen Bee, so I will not be swatching it. Okay, sorry guys, I will not be swatching the Queen Bee. I know I already have that melted matte from Too Faced, and I don't want to open that one up just to swatch. I think that's a waste of product. I want to put it aside in my extras to hopefully pass it on to someone who could use it, and I don't want to pass on used lipstick. So I'm going to move on from here. The next one up is Bare Minerals. And Bare Minerals is another one of the full size, and this one is in, it's called Everything. That's a nice color, a nice color name. So I'm going to leave a gap for Queen Bee, because I'm a sucker for punishment again, and I need to make sure that I remember that I shortchanged you guys a swatch. And after the Bare Minerals, you know what, I'm going to show you these swatches, because the lip glosses kind of move around, and they don't look the same too long. So here's the Huda Beauty gloss or strobe. This is the Urban Decay. This is the Tarte. This is the Sephora color, and I can see why LS really liked it. Queen Bee was supposed to be here, and this is the Bare Minerals. Okay, moving on in the box. We have, this is the one I'm most excited about, curious about, is the Charlotte Tilbury full size in Bond Girl. What a fantastic name for a lipstick, and I really appreciate the aesthetic of the cut on this lipstick. I think it looks beautiful. So let's do a swatch of that one. Swatching lipsticks with my right hand, it is challenging. I'm a left-handed person, so all right, beautiful, beautiful packaging. I really like it. Next one up is the lip pencil from NARS that I said I had one of already in Do Me Baby. It looks something like this, and I will swatch that. I've actually worn this lipstick in a video. It looks very similar to, well, similar, somewhat. It's definitely a matte. It looks similar to the Charlotte Tilbury color. We'll see in just a minute. The next one is a full size, another full size product. So I think that's the third one now. No, Huda was full size, Bare Minerals was full size, Charlotte Tilbury full size. Now this is the second last full size product. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5. And it is the Anastasia. I think it's in Poet. Yes, okay, good. I was looking forward to this one. It's one that I looked, there was a lipstick event at Sephora where you could buy one, get one free on Anastasia lipsticks, the liquid lipsticks, the regular, actually I think all of them, even the glosses. And I ended up getting a couple of, I got Grim and Nocturnal, a gray and a blue. But I had sure looked at this one, Poet. And I had noticed as well that it was kind of either out of stock or nearly out of stock, and so I did notice obviously that people like this one. And after the Anastasia, we have the Marc Jacobs, and the Marc Jacobs is called Plum and Get It, and I do love plum. And it is a pencil as well. What do they call it? They call it the lip crayon. Okay, well, I was right as far as the name. So it's, oh, I liked it. It's almost like plum. Marc Jacobs, it's more like a fuchsia. Oh, and it has a little tiny bit of iridescence to it. It is very creamy. I hope it sets, because otherwise it would be going all over my face if it doesn't set. Interesting color. Then we have a Kat Von D liquid lipstick in Outlaw. Oh, I like the name, Outlaw. That's kind of cool. And it's a very, very red, which is kind of nice for this time of year. Ooh, I like, it's pretty liquidy. I don't mind that, because I think that it allows you to get very precise with a liquid lipstick, and that is what this is, a liquid lipstick. Next up, we have a YSL, and of course we have a YSL in red, because that's what is always included in these favorites. And it is the #1, oh, Tatouage Couture. Okay, Tatouage is one that I've definitely wanted to try the formula of, so I'm excited. Remove my lackluster comment earlier, because I'm actually really interested in this formula. And it's neat that I get to swatch it right next to the Kat Von D. Oh, I do like the formula on this. It's again very liquid, but it feels pretty good. And it's more, the Kat Von D is more of a bluish undertone red, and this one's going to be more of a, or is more of an orange undertone red. Okay, so that's good. And this second last one is a Smashbox Always On, a color that I do not have. Like I said, none of these colors I have. But this Smashbox in Metallic Matte in Vino Noir is one that I do not have. I know that for sure. Oh, it's gorgeous. It is beautiful. Oh, right up my alley. It's almost like it's a vampish metal, but not as in your face as the Man-Eater red. Oh boy, this is gorgeous. Thank you, Sephora, for including that as a full size. That is gorgeous. I can't wait. I'm going to show you the swatches in just a second. And the last but not least is a tiny, but still, a lip product called Marsala from Bite Beauty. And what do they call this? Liquefied lip. Now, I have understood from some folks that these guys move around quite a bit because they don't dry down. They're a liquefied lipstick, but they're not a liquid lipstick. Oh, it's a very pretty purpley color. I could see how this is really flattering on people. Okay, so let's talk swatches because you have been very patient with me as I've been talking and not showing you colors. Okay, so we have, okay, the Bare Minerals is a gloss. I thought it was a liquid lipstick, but it's not. It's a gloss. Okay, the next one over then is a Charlotte Tilbury. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury right here in Bond Girl. Love that name. Right afterwards is Do Me Baby by NARS. Right after that, it has now dried down, is the ABH or Anastasia Beverly Hills Poet. Here is the Marc Jacobs. It was a Plum and Get It? Is that what it's called? Just make sure to tell you here. Oh, and it says, by the way, snap shut, so obviously it dries out. Yeah, Plum and Get It. My memory's not that bad. Next over, we have the Kat Von D in Outlaw. The next one is the YSL Red, and it's a tatouage lipstick in, is it 01? Yeah, it is in number, that is in the YSL number 1. Back here, we have the Smashbox Vino Noir, and then we have the Bite Beauty liquefied lipstick, and that one is, what was the color of this one? Marsala. Now, that's a really funny name for that color, but whatever. All right. So there you have all of the lip swatches for this kit. I enjoy the variety of finishes, the variety of color. There are no two that are exactly alike. Yeah, so glosses, creamy lip products, dry down lip products, cool tones, warm tones. I think they did a great job. And then when I take a look at the colors from the Give Me Nude lip, there are some similarities, but they're different enough that I don't feel like there's a ton of overlap. And here's finally that Huda Beauty again, now that it's fully dried down. So it doesn't have that shiny finish that it had earlier. But I'm pretty happy with them. I would say if there's one that's kind of an overlap, I would say it's this little Sephora mini against the Makeup Forever mini in this one. So those two are really similar, but apart from those two, and maybe even the Stila, but not really, I'm stretching there. So this is great. Even if you have this set from earlier in the year, this larger 14 item set really does not have any overlap, and definitely no duplicates in brand and color, but there are a couple of colors that are similar across brands, and you may have a formula preference, and so I would definitely say that there are no duplicates here. So really, really happy with this set this year. guess I should do this. This set this year, I think that they did a fabulous job in curating, at least selfishly, for my collection. Okay. So that's it as far as all of the kits. I did want to show you some samples that I received. I'll do it as quick as I can. There was one notable set. Oh, and I have just one other purchase, but it's buried under samples, so I'll do the samples first. There was this one set. If you have a chance for a, buy $50 and get one of these deluxe sample kits from Sephora, I highly recommend it. It did come in this little pouch, and I really appreciate these mesh pouches, as you'll see in a minute, because I even did a video doing a mesh bag comparison. I'll link it right here. I sort my brand new focus items using these types of pouches and also for travel. So let's just take a look real quick at what's in here. There is a Sephora Serum Concealer sample. I'm just going to hold them by my head, otherwise it's going to take too long. This one I'm really curious to try, the Clarins Lip Comfort Oil. So again, another lip product, but nothing I have. A Way Anti-Frizz Hair Sheet. A Caudalie Vino Source Moisturizer. A Josie Maran Ultra Hydrating Whipped Argan Oil Face Butter. I do have another one of these, so I should really be using it. This is going to go into my brand new Focus Skincare stuff. The Coconut Skin Smoothie Primer Moisturizer. Kelly Gooch tends to like that one. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I will like it as well. And then there is the Tarte blush in Party. And I'm very happy about that because if you have been watching my videos, oh my god, I got lipstick all over. What the heck did I just do? The swatching life. I got tatouage red all over here. I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit. Okay, catastrophe averted. This is the Party blush. And if you have watched my previous videos, I have a travel video where I talked about how I shattered this one, and it is the same size, I believe, as the birthday gift 2 birthdays ago for me. So I now have it back, and it was so nice because I took it on a trip, and it just crumbled to nothing, and I was on the trip, I couldn't repress, I had to let it go, and lo and behold, I get a chance to have another deluxe sample of it, so I'm very, very happy, very happy. So I thought this was a really good sample pack, and there was an option between another one and this one was full of products that most of them I didn't have or was excited to get a second one up. So I was very excited about this. I'm going to go through a bunch of these very quickly, a bunch of perfumes. The Saint Sinner Duo perfume by Kat Von D, Miss Dior Eau de Parfum, a second one of those, La Vie est Belle by Lancôme, and two of the Guerlain Shalimar. And if you know anything about me when it comes to perfume, I love to use samples. And my favorite of all favorites is Mon Guerlain, which I'm wearing today. And it's in that little tiny bottle back here. And so to try something else from Guerlain, I'm always excited to. So I love the fact that I have a couple of these samples. Some other samples real quick. The Diva Curl Melt Into Moisture. The La Neige Eye Sleeping Mask that I'm going to put in with the products from La Neige that I have for a brand new focus. A set of Buxom samples. A Tata Harper cleanser. A Clinique Pep Start 2-in-1 exfoliating cleanser. A couple of products from Philosophy that will go into that brand new focus, which is, one of them is the Ultimate Miracle Worker Fix. And that is lip nourishing something. And then Philosophy Ultimate Miracle Worker Fix Eye Power Treatment Fill and Firm. So again, that will go in with all my Philosophy products. And a couple more in here. I won't open them, but I'll show you what they are. I did get a couple of the additional mesh bags that in these cases they are plasticized as well from Sephora. I really like the two that I have already, and so got myself a couple more because those are the bags that I really want to use to help me stay organized. And one last sample, this is the Amor Pacifique. I don't know how to say it. It's the treatment enzyme peel, and I will definitely use that sample as well. Whew, that is for part 2 of my Sephora holiday kit, holiday stuff, makeup tools haul. I hope you enjoyed it. That was a lot of stuff. It does feel like Christmas to be able to share all these things with you, and I'm really looking forward to trying all of these things and reporting back and seeing what works, what doesn't, and also sharing with you as we go through the end of 2018 and into 2019 which ones of these products either continue to be favorites or are newly discovered favorites. So I would love to hear what, if anything, you decided to get from the holiday sets from Sephora or elsewhere. Please leave your comments down below. I love to hear what people decide to pick up. And if you have any comments or questions on this video as well, please comment on that as well. That would be great. I read everything and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And aside from that, I wish you a great end of day. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.